Okay, you see, I make sure that I get it though. And then you have Guyana over here. Brazil, Dominica, and Guyana. I make sure I get Guyana because you know Guyana people was a little upset with me the other day, so I had to make sure revive myself. Yo, what's up? This is your boy Majah Hype, aka King of Caribbean Comedy, and I'm here with Where's the Juice? So we're gonna get into these questions and see what's going on here. Compa, soca, or dancehall? Is this a choice? Should I choose one? Being who I am, to be honest with you, I can't choose one. I love all inputs as far as Caribbean culture is concerned. I love compa, I love soca music. So, I mean, I think that all of them has its own reason for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could go to these different genres of music for different occasions. If you want to, you know, have a good time and do the daggering business, or you just want to kick back and smoke some herb, and you know, if you just angry at somebody, you can listen to dancehall. You know what I'm saying? If you want to listen to soca, soca is happy music, so you know it's gonna change your vibes all the time. And compa is that music that make you feel good within yourself. You know, makes you feel like you know you don't have no problem with nobody. So I don't pick one, I pick one getter. I mean, all of them together make one getter. Which Caribbean country has the best rice? Which Caribbean country has the best rice? I'm not really a rice eater, but I like gumbo peas and rice. So I would have to say Jamaica. I mean, but I love rice and peas too. That's traditional on a Sunday in a Caribbean home. So I don't know, y'all trying to, I don't know, man. I feel like this is a setup. Like, you know, I start answering questions, they're gonna be like, oh, that's where he from. It looks like you love all, there you go. See? It looks like you love all the Caribbean cultures. Why is it important for them to stick together? Growing up in America, growing up in New York City, of course, New York City is one of the most diverse cities in the country. And I feel like we spread out a lot. I feel like, you know, Jamaicans hang with Jamaicans, Trinidad hangs with Trinis. Well, that's how it used to be. Now we're starting to integrate the cultures and stuff like that. Jamaicans is listening to more soca. They're, you know, interacting with the parties more. And of course, you know, Jamaica has dancehall that Trinidad has now adapted and call it their own Trinidad. So I think that is important because strength is in numbers and numbers is power. You know, so the more that we have out of the diaspora, the better off we are. It's a small community, but if we all come together as one Caribbean, which I've been promoting for the longest, it'll always be more lucrative for us as a culture. So that's why I think it's important. And plus, you know, Caribbean people, we always on the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to, you know, in America society. You know what I'm saying? You got, you know, of course, the white man, the white woman, you got the black woman, the black man, then you got the dogs and the cats, and then you got Caribbean people. So we always on the bottom of the totem pole. Which Caribbean country has the best looking woman? Jesus, peace. I'm just gonna say Trinidad and that's it. I ain't even gonna explain it. And if you don't know, you don't know. But there's beautiful women in all the Caribbean islands, I'll say that. You can find beautiful women all over. Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, you can find them everywhere. Grenada, Trinidad, Jamaica, you know. Jamaica might not be born brown skin, but she will be brown skin. You know, that's just how it is. Could you share the journey that led you to pursue a career in comedy? Being fired, you know, I was laid off on my job. I used to work in the tunnel for MTA. I was an electrician. I was laid off, and at the time that I was laid off, I started doing comedy on social media. But at that time, it wasn't videos at that time. It was just memes at Instagram. I don't know if a lot of people knew that, but it was just nothing but pictures on Instagram at that time. And we used to just create memes and have people laughing on the memes. And then Vine came out with 6 seconds of video, and we went over there and started doing Vines. And then Instagram, being the competitive platform that they are, they went to 15 seconds, and then it just went from there. I don't think that is something that I chose. I think that it was just something that was in my path. I've been a musician since I was 8. I play multiple instruments. I've ventured into singing. I've ventured into producing. I've ventured into being a DJ. So, I mean, my whole life was about entertainment. So I think this was something that was just destined to happen. And I believe that the things that I did previously in entertainment was just like a stepping stool, to get to where I'm at now. You know what I mean? So my first show that I did was at a college, and it wasn't supposed to be a show. It was supposed to be a hosting. And I was supposed to be bringing out artists in between acts. It's supposed to be like 3-minute intervals and stuff like that. I think it was BMCC College. The show was so unorganized that I was on stage for 15 minutes, half an hour, while they was trying to get the other artists to come out and stuff like that. And I realized that if I could hold 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 10 minutes there, then I can actually do a set. And I, put it together, and the rest is history. So that's it. What's a new slang that you just can't get into? If we talking American slang, she's a treesh. It just don't make sense to me. Yeah, man, she's a treesh, bro. Like, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand it. And if we talking about Caribbean slang is authentic. It fits the category. So I would just stick with treesh. I don't know what it means. They say that it means that like she's, I guess, friendly. Something like extra friendly, if that's what you want to call it. But, in your opinion, rank these comedians from favorite to least favorite. Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, Chris Rock. Okay, I'm gonna put Cat Williams first. I'm gonna put Dave Chappelle after. I'm gonna put Kevin Hart after, and then I'm gonna put Chris Rock. It is what it is. Why y'all didn't put Majah Hype on that? I need to be on that list. What's up? Because I'd have put myself first for sure. What's a misconception that people have about being a comedian? They think that everything is funny. They think that you're always in play mode when you're a comedian. And it's harder for people to take you seriously. Sometimes I say shit and they be serious and they be laughing, and I be like, I'm dead serious. Like, even like if I told, like, I remember there was a few times I told girls, like, I like you. They be like, shut up, you stupid. I'm like, no, I'm serious, I like you. You so dumb, you play so much. I'm like, they always think you playing around and shit. And then there's other times when, one of the biggest misconceptions about comedians is the fact that people never acknowledge that we are human too, and we go through things too. We're not always in a playful mood, There's times where I've been approached by people in the airport and stuff like that, and they're like, tell me a joke. I'm like, do you see a beautician walking in the street and be like, curl my hair, let me see what, it's crazy. So yeah, they always think that we in play mode. That's one of the things. Where do you draw your inspiration from when it comes to creating your skits? My creation comes from life. Past experiences, other people's experiences, things that I see, things that are topics and like trending topics, all of that stuff. And mostly from my upbringing, you know what I'm saying? Seeing, growing up in a Caribbean home. I call my type of comedy reality comedy, because it's something that everybody can relate to. It's not made up stuff. It's not, stuff that's just, unthinkable and stuff like that. So it's always things that people could relate to. What's the craziest moment you had with a fan? This is a family show or no? Oh, okay, so Is it a family show? Could I tell a story? No, it's not that. I know how to navigate it. Anyway, so there's fans that fall in love with the characters. Let's just say that. And I was in England, and a girl told me that she wanted to engage, I guess. And the only way she wanted to engage is if I dressed up as Mitzi. And I had to decline that. You know, first of all, I'm not going to engage with everybody and anybody like that. That's first of all. And second of all, if I got to dress up like a woman for you to engage with me, then that's not. Yeah, you need to be evaluated. As a comedian, how does both stand-up and social media comedy, which form of comedy do you prefer? I really love what I do, both aspects of it, but I really love engaging with my fans. So I love being on stage. I love being able to fill the whole room with laughter. When you put out a sketch or a skit on social media, yeah, you see the comments and the reactions, but you don't really get to actually see the person enjoy it. So when I'm on stage, I actually get to see the reactions of the people and, you know, get to see them enjoying themselves based on, you know, my comedy and the things that I'm saying and how I interact with the crowd and stuff like that. So I love stand-up comedy. It's the only place that I feel like I have peace, to be honest. That's when I'm on stage, I forget about all the problems, all the trauma, all the things I've been through, all the things that I'm going through, all of the things that, you know, was challenging to me. I forget about all of that stuff when I'm on stage. When I'm on stage, it's just me, the microphone, and these jokes, and the crowd, and I lose myself in it. That's why sometimes, you know, I might be booked for an hour and I could be on stage for 2.5 hours. And they be behind the curtain like, all right, time to get off now, come on. And I'm just enjoying myself so much that I just get lost in it sometimes. So yeah, I love doing sketch and skit. However, interacting with the fans is everything. So yeah, stand up. And we're out. So I hope you guys got to know a little bit about Majah Hype and who he is and what I stand for. And of course, God comes first in everything. So, all right, where's the juice? Yo, what's up? This is your boy Majah Hype, aka the King of Caribbean Comedy, and I'm here with Where's the Juice? And fortunately, the juice is right here, right? You guys can see it, right? They gave me 3 juices, 3 options each. Which country is it from? I gotta taste this juice and tell you guys where it's from. The issue I have with that is we as Caribbean people, we all make the same juice. Everybody makes sorrel, everybody makes ginger beer, everybody makes, you know, sour sop and all of these other juices. So I'm gonna have some difficulties with it, but I'm gonna do it to my best knowledge and see what we got here. So in the first one, we got Brazil, Dominica, and Guyana. All right, let's see. Let me taste this and see. That tastes like cotton candy. I'm gonna say, is that a soda? That's a soda. That's not a juice, that's a soda. And it tastes like Guyana's version of cola champagne, I think. I think that's what it tastes like, I don't know, I'm not sure. We'll see if I got that right. Should I lock it in? Then again, it could be, I don't think it's Brazilian. It's either Dominican. Is this Dominica or is this Dominican? Okay, so it's either Dominica or Guyana. And it's one of those sodas. Let me lock in Guyana. I'm locking in Guyana.
That's your final choice?
Yeah. Got it right? Okay, you see what I'm saying? Come on, let's go. Let's go, your boy know the culture. Let me stop doing that before I mess up the legs too. Secondly, we got Haiti, Venezuela, and Germany. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's not. I'm going with Haiti on that. I'm just gonna lock in Haiti. I got it right? Now, I don't even know what it is, but I just know it tastes Haitian. You know? It tastes like something that Haitian people will make. You know what I'm saying? It tastes good though, you know? Thank you for that. So I got 2 right so far. Guyana I got right, I got Haiti right. And last but not least, Grenada, Jamaica, and St. Vincent. This is probably gonna be a rough one. Let's see what they got here. All right, that is given Irish moss, which all 3 islands make. I'm gonna go. This is a rough one because everybody makes that, and all islands make it. But I'm just gonna go with Jamaica. I'm just gonna lock in Jamaica. I'm just gonna say Jamaica. See, here we go. Got all 3 right. Come on, boy. This big belly ain't here for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So I got them all right. Grenada, Jamaica, St. Vincent. That was, what is this? What is it? It's Irish moss? It is Irish moss, right? That's what I'm talking about. It is Irish moss and it is from Jamaica. You see, this right here I was kind of confused on. Haiti, Venezuela, and Germany. I went with Haiti, and I still don't know what this is. What was this? It's Malta. Haitian Malta. Okay, you see, I make sure that I get it though. And then you have Guyana over here. Brazil, Dominica, and Guyana. I make sure I get Guyana. Because you know, Guyana people was a little upset with me the other day, so I had to make sure, revive myself. What is that? That is the
Tomboy soda.
Tomboy soda, I knew it. Yeah. And it's the cola champagne version, isn't it? Raspberry. Well, okay, cool.
That's the cotton candy version.
Not the cotton candy?
No, that's the cotton candy.
Oh, it was raspberry. Okay. See, I got it right though. Whatever it is, I know where. You know. Come on now. So that's what it is, man. Where's the juice? Right here, Majah Hype. You know what it is already, man. Lock it in.